So it's 3 decimal points. So I'm going to edit document units. I'm going to go to 3. Click OK. So again, I tend to double check my unit system before I start, because what happens if you change it midway? It's gonna, if you're in sketch mode, it's gonna let you exit out. It's gonna just exit out of sketch mode, and you have to go back in. But I mean, SolidWorks is smart enough to convert and all that. So let's do this. So I'm gonna start a sketch on my front plane. Again, if I start a sketch, I'm normal to that front plane right now. And I mean, there's different ways I can go about building this. I'm just gonna do, just again for more practice for you guys, I'm just gonna build half of it and just mirror that. You can build the whole sketch. Make sure it's fully defined, so I'm like, right? I'll start with a center line, vertical. I'll dimension that to be 0.65. Does that make sense so far? I'll utilize my line here. So my line tool coincident to that point, horizontal. But I want to dimension it with respect to the center, right? I don't want to give that, I want to utilize that 1.2 dimension on the drawing. So if I click on Smart Dimension, if I select that point and then hold the Shift key down and I select on my center line, I can dimension it with respect to that. Basically, that dimension is, that line is half that dimension. So I'll do 1.2. Fully defined. I'm just gonna draw the basic sketch, right? Something like that. So I know that this dimension is 0.75 and this dimension is 0.65, right? Or I can do like that, make that, and that equal. Now so far I'm fully defined. Right? It's just, I mean, I get a different way I want to build in this part. There's no right or wrong way. What I'm gonna do next is I'm just gonna throw that center arc. So I'm gonna go to my tangent arc. I'm gonna select my first point. I'm gonna go tangent, and I'm gonna get close to where that shows that highlighted dashed line. It tells me where with respect to my center, right? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a relation between that point and my origin. I'm gonna add a vertical relation, so I can only drag this up and down, not left and right. That makes sense? What I'll do next, go to Smart Dimension, select that top point, my origin, or that line, 2 inches, click OK. And so far we're fully defined. Let's go ahead and mirror that. Again, I'm going to mirror it in Sketch. So I'll do mirror entities to mirror. I'm going to select what I want to mirror. Mirror about my center line. Click OK. Fully defined. Just going to throw that. Right, I can put it anywhere here. I'm going to add a relation between that point and the origin. That vertical relation, again, that locks it. I can't move it left and right. I can only move it up and down. So again, it's going to be I need two things to fully define my circle. I need diameter and the distance and how far it is from that base. So let's do, I know it's 0.394, and the center of my circle to the origin is 1.181. Again, depending where you put your origin, right, you can utilize that edge or features. I'm going to extrude. Now, since there's two sketches, I'm going to select what I want to extrude. I'm going to do mid-plane. And I'll do one. Click OK. Right? I mean, and I'm guessing people here built it in different ways. There's no right or wrong way. But if I check it right now, if you don't have any material assigned, I go to evaluate, and you have 3 decimal points. So my mass is 0.13. If I go to options, I can say 2. Oh, go here. Mass, change that to 3. Calculate 0.134 with 3 decimal points. No material assigned. If I assign whatever, I mean, right, so there's nylon 101, nylon 610, nylon 101 is 0.154 pounds. Was I going too fast building this part? Would anyone like to see the steps again? Are we all good?